one thing that we would like to raise is about Linda Lohman. And there was a discussion of how far Linda is to blame um, about the predicament of her husband. Okay, there are some people who say that she's not to be blamed, and others who say that she bears part of the blame for what happened. Okay. I think that for Linda, I think she is a culprit in what happened. I think that she is to blame. She bears a part of it, not the whole of it, because she helped Woody Norman keep going on in his false dreams. And we see that whenever Woody Norman was about to make a realization about his situation and saying that it was his fault or there's something wrong about him, whenever he comes to such a realization, it was Linda who prevented him from facing reality. Linda was always saying to him, there's nothing wrong about you, it's not your fault, don't blame yourself, and so on. Okay, so in a way she was helping her husband to keep on in his dreams. Okay, and even you remember we said that when he wanted to go to Alaska, it was Linda who prevented him from doing that. And it seems that Linda is a person, as some writers have said, who lacks imagination. She lacks the imagination to conceptualize Woody's dream. She cannot understand his dreams and so on. So she is, we can say to a certain extent, simple-minded, no matter how good we can say she is, but she is not imaginative enough to carry on with Woody Lohman, and certainly she bears part of the blame for what happened to her husband. Okay, and we see that even by the end, Biff was able to realize the reality, to face reality, but with Linda and Happy, they were not. And even the Requiem, Linda was believing in what Willie Loman was saying. That's why she was surprised that nobody attended the funeral. Okay, and Happy was also still living those dreams, and he's not. He is not ready yet. He's not mature enough to face reality, like Biff. So with Linda and Happy, they're still not mature enough, even by the end of the play, in contrast to Biff. So by the end of the play, there is a kind of hope for Biff, but there's no kind of hope, I think, for Happy or even Linda Loman. So this is what I want to say about Linda. And of course, as we said in literature, there is no one right answer. So you might say, no, Linda's not to blame, Linda's good. If you have, for example, a question about that, and you can say, for example, no, Linda's to blame for what happened. In either case, I have no problem in whatever opinion you adopt, provided that you put forward evidence for the claim that you are making. So whether you say that we should blame Linda or we should not blame Linda, it's okay as far as you can provide evidence from the text for that. So this is what we need to say about Linda Lohman. The other topic, which is kind of something that we discussed before, but rather we want to a bit expand on it. Okay. You remember before we studied two themes that we studied separately. One theme is colonialism, you remember, which is represented by Ben, going to Africa or to Alaska, possessing new land, becoming rich out of the fortunes of these new lands. And the other theme is the theme of gender, the notions of masculinity and femininity. You remember we spoke about femininity and the female characters in the play, but I guess we also said something about masculinity. The play is also raising the question of what it means to be masculine, what it means to be a man. Okay, so you remember Willy Loman was very proud that, for example, his sons, he was saying that I have got a couple of fearless boys. Okay, and he was thinking that this is a criterion of masculinity, that to be fearless is to be masculine. Okay, to be a man. Okay, and always he was proud that his sons are well built, and that well, and he was contrasting them with Bernard, who was not well built. He was saying that he's anemic, and he is he is not strong. Okay, he is a thin person, and he also was saying that he is a man. Okay, because he can work with tools, he can work with his hands. Okay, and he was contrasting himself also with Charlie and Bernard, and he was saying, making fun of Bernard, and saying that how between himself and his son, they cannot hammer a nail. So, and according to him, to be able to work with these tools, hammers and nails and so on, and building, means that you are a man. Okay, and if you cannot, means that you are not a man. Okay, and he was always trying to insult Charlie and trying to imply that Willie, that he himself, Willie, and his sons are men, are real men, while Charlie and Bernard are not. Okay, so we have some definitions of masculinity in the play, and I think masculinity is, even in the play, more central than femininity. Okay, and do you remember what in the lecture with Rob? Do you remember Rob was saying that it is a play written by a man, and it is about men. Okay, and so and it is for men. Okay, and even like the ideas of success, the ideas of failures, success for men. Okay, how a man can be successful. There is no question, there is no raising the issue of the success of a woman. Okay, and how a woman can be successful. So these are two themes that we studied separately. And now I'm raising the question. I'm expecting your answers about that. Can we make a connection between these two themes? Are they related to each other, like the theme of colonialism on the one hand, and the theme of masculinity and femininity on the other hand? Are they related to each other, or they are separate? And even in real life, these notions of colonialism, this practice of colonialism, and the ideas of masculinity and femininity, do they have a relationship between each other, or they are separate? So what do you think?
Yes, I think yes, it is the relationship.
Sorry, is it Abir?
Yes, Victor.
Go on, Abir. Go on, Abir.
Yes, Victor. I think the men have more colonialism from women or than women. You can see that in the life, and in Willy Loman, he was one controlling and for his family.
Well, what's the relation? Willy Loman was controlling over his family and colonialism. What's the relation? What's the similarity? Is there any similarity between them?
I think when he have more colonialism to his family. I think
well, with a family, with one's family, you can say domination, but not colonialism. That's not the right word, I guess, to use about one's family.
I think it is the relationship between the man and the colonialism.
Okay. Yeah.
It is the same thing between the man and the colonialism.
Okay. Thank you, Abir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Abbas?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, Abbas, go on.
I think the both of the themes are related to each other because when Ben go to Alaska to colonize, he must have a brave heart or be strong, and this means he is masculine to go to another place and try to achieve his dreams.
Okay, so you mean that colonialism is violence and aggression, and these are associated with masculinity, right?
Yes, it's kind of need
Well, yeah.
it kind of need some strong or a bravery to do it.
Yeah, because it means violence. Sometimes you are like forced to use violence against, for example, natives of a certain land in order to colonize it, and that's why we see colonizers are always men, not women.
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Anything else, Abbas?
No, right now, no.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
I want to ask a question about when you say that the mechanism that mean when someone work or depend on himself with his hand or tools or something like that.
Well,
right?
This is not what I said. This is what Willy Loman thinks. It's not my opinion.
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean about that when you explain it before minutes now from now. About masculinity.
So you did not understand the
yeah. What's the idea?
Okay. Okay, you remember Willy Loman was like, when something is broken in his house, he fixes it. Like, he can work with wood, with iron, with cement, and so on. Okay, he can do these things by himself. Do you understand that or not? And he can use the tools that are necessary to do that. So he considers himself to be a man. The person who can do these things is a man. But for Charlie, Charlie cannot do these things, and he should ask for someone else to repair them. Okay, so Willy Loman was saying, this is not manly. Okay, how could a man not fix something in his house? How could a man not hammer a nail in his house? Okay, so he was considering that not to be masculine. Okay, I don't know if people agree with that or not. Okay, yeah.
There is
you agree
maybe
with that, Sarah?
Sometimes I do these things in my house.
You do these things, okay, but this doesn't make you a man.
No, I do these things in my house.
Yeah. So
That's
doesn't need a man
for
like
the woman. Yeah, but I don't understand the idea of that. The mechanism. What is the idea? That is when he works outside of the country.
No. Like, when I think it's clear by now, isn't it?
Yes, but what's mechanism? How we can say that man is?
Well, if you cannot work with your own hands, like if you depend on others to fix things for you, for example, things in electricity, in water, in cement, and wood, and your doors, your windows, anything, for example, your car and so on. If you cannot fix these things, okay, and if you need to ask other people to fix them for you, then you are not a man. A man should be able to do these things by himself.
This is you say the idea of Willy Loman.
This is what Willy Loman thinks. Okay.
That yani things we write in exam on the exam or
no. Okay, this is what Willy Loman thinks. Okay, so you
so
need
what
to
is
say
the really thing?
About what?
What's masculinity?
Well, this is
masculinity.
No, this is question for students. I was asking this question, not for me. Yeah. Okay.
So there is a relationship between colonialism and the gender. That's the question.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
we should
Thank
think
you.
about.
Answer.
Thank you
Sir.
very much, Victor. Thank
Okay, if you have any more ideas, just let me know. Malak? Well, who else wants to say something? Anyone else?
Can I answer, Doctor?
Abir, yes.
Yes, Doctor. Colonialism is an inherent right of man. We didn't see a woman colonizing when someone colonized the earth it is female.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it is a relationship between the man and the colonizer.
Okay.
When anyone or someone
Yes.
colonizing the air, that air is female, but the colonialism is male.
Okay. Good. Okay. Well. Anything else? Have you?
Can you answer?
Can I? Can I
Okay.
try?
Is it Malak?
نعم.
Yes.
Yes,
Go on,
doctor.
Malak.
Masculine when Willie brought a woman, when he cheat Linda, and when Linda wants to know if he really does cheated on her, so he becomes so mad and starts yelling at her, and become a crazy man just to make her stop thinking about this idea.
Yeah. So how does that answer my question?
It's like he become become crazy just not to know. So
Okay, thank you,
she's
Malak. Thank you, Malak. Thank you very much. Zainab, you want to say something?
Yes, Doctor. This idea of colonialism can find it for any person of Americana. And this reflected for relationship between Linda and Wally Loman. He reflected in behavior with his family and his wife, especially. He cannot allow it to take and speak for some of time. He shouted, "Don't speak, don't take your married in
Yeah.
some of this time of the play." And any decision for his, your son cannot take is Linda, but it's about Willie Loman. It existed for that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Zainab, very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anything else?
Can I, Doctor?
Yes, please. Yes, Mandy.
There is no relation. There is no relationship. It only need the correct thinking.
What do you mean, correct thinking?
Correct thinking. I mean, Willie.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Okay.
answer for question.
You don't see any connection between these two themes in the play.
Sorry?
You don't see a connection between these two themes in the play, do you?
Yes, not relationship between.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mehdi. Thank you very much. Who else wants to weigh in? Zainab Ashur?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, go on, Zainab. Yes, I can.
Yes. Yes, according to my understanding that the idea of colonialism is related to man and woman.
How is that related?
Yes, but it is related to colonialism and domination like man.
Yes.
For example, the man is important thing to think يعني أهم شيء عند ذيرة الأرض مثلا والعرض أهم شيء عند الرجل.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's a good point, Zainab. Yani, the female and the land, how are they related, you think?
Yes. وين مثلا وين ما we have conquer يعني يكون عنده ميول دائما الرجل. No.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you very much. Okay. Mariam Jamil,
Yes, doctor.
go on. Mariam.
I think there is a connection between colonialism and gender, especially colonialism didn't mention any action in the play that related to the woman. It's just to male, sorry.
Yeah.
And the women just in the house and do simple things for Linda, I mean.
Okay. Well, anything else, Mariam?
No, but I have a question.
About this issue or some other issue?
No, some else.
Same thing or?
No.
Then try to put it off until later,
Okay.
please.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mariam. Okay, well, so as kind of follow up on these comments that many of you have made, and there are many valuable points that some of you have made so far. Okay, the main relationship between colonialism and these concepts of gender, of course, there is a relationship, and always writers or people, when they speak about colonialism, they use concepts of gender in order to understand the nature of colonialism, okay, or in order to conceptualize colonialism in some way or another, okay. There is a certain language that is used by the colonizers and the colonized that addresses the nature of colonization and uses metaphors that are related to gender. And the main metaphor that is related to gender and by which colonialism is conceptualized is the metaphor of rape. Okay, so always the relationship between the colonizer and the colonized is conceptualized as a relationship of rape. Okay, so as if the colonized land is being raped by the colonizer. Okay, so consequent on that, always the colonizer is viewed as masculine, is always given a masculine identity, while the colonizer, while the colonized is given a feminine identity. Okay, as one of you have just mentioned that always the earth is seen as female. Okay, so always like the colonizer is always associated with some features that are considered to be typically masculine, like aggression, like violence, like the desire to possess and to have possession. Okay, while the colonized land and people are always described in such terms as terms that are typically considered to be feminine. Okay, so they are subjugated, they're dominated, they're submissive, kind of subject to violence, subject to aggression, and it is a possession for somebody else. Do you understand these ideas or not?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
So yes, so people and when you go to the discourse around colonialism, when you read for example the reports, the even news forecast, like when you read novels about colonialism, they always use these terms in order to speak about colonialism. Okay, so they always use masculine imagery in order to describe the colonizer, okay, and use feminine imagery in order to describe the colonized. Okay, so and always, as we said, like it is considered as a relationship of rape, and rape is something violent, sorry, something aggressive, okay, something that is that implies a kind of possession and so on. Okay, so people, whether colonizers or colonized, have been using these metaphors, main of which is the metaphor of rape, in order to speak about colonialism. So, and this is also related to another idea, which is a similarity between Earth, or between the land, okay, which is possessed, which is colonized, and so on, and women. Okay, so what is similarity, and why is always the land is seen as something feminine?
Doctor, repeat the question.
Well, as I said, when we speak about colonialism, and we speak about the colonizer as masculine and colonized as feminine, okay, what is the relationship between the earth, or the land, and the female? I mean, why is the land always conceptualized as being a female, not a male? What's the relationship? What's the similarity between female, or being female, and being a land?
Can we say because the women give up the children and they grow up, as well as the earth also give up?
Good.
Yes.
Well, fertility. Good. That's a very good idea. Okay, so when we speak about the earth is giving birth to plants. Okay, things grow out of the earth. Okay, and also like women of fertility, like they give birth to children. And you remember the play when we spoke about the seeds, and we said that the seeds are
Yes.
a symbol for reproduction, if you remember that. Okay, what else? So fertility is one thing. What else? Zainab, you wanted to say something?
Yes, the ground, the land, when Willy Loman, when he take some seeds and planted it, Linda, he say he take as a Linda, as a woman, he need to care to grow up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
Yes, this idea, especially with we take with Willy Loman when he take seeds to grow in this play.
Yes, good, very good. Okay, what else? Others?
Yeah, there is a relationship when somebody or someone depended on the land. Also, when the husband depended on his wife or something like that. The woman is also is like earth, is like the land in the family. You can depend it on
Okay.
for everything. Maybe.
Okay. I'm not sure if I
When
understood the point.
sometimes Linda supported or support her husband. Sometimes maybe this idea, yeah, we can connect
Okay.
this together.
Yes, good point, Sarah. Anything else?
Sorry, doctor.
Yes. Okay.
Abbas,
Gentlemen. Yes. Abbas.
Can we say that both of the land and women need somebody to protect them from others?
Very, very good. Very good, Abbas. And who is that somebody to protect them?
It must be a masculine or a powerful man.
Good. So, yeah.
And they both have something in between. We can say they need to be dominated to be strong, dominated by another one to be strong.
they need to be protected
Yes.
anyway. Okay? Yes, and like as one of your colleagues has just mentioned, like it is kind of strange. Like there are both things for which man is ready to fight, or even to die for them, right?
Yes,
we have just mentioned this saying, "Al-Ard wal-Ard," like.
yes, both of them are so valuable for the man.
Yeah, so valuable for man. Okay, and so, and why are they both valuable for man? What does man consider both of them?
I think he consider them as a worth, or we can say as a money, or
Possession.
something. Yes, a position, something.
Yeah, possession. Yeah, good.
To raise him in society.
Yes, something that is his own. Okay, something that is not does not belong to other people. Okay, that's why you see people or men kill each other for a woman, and they kill each other for a piece of land, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Okay, so yes, there is this kind of affinity between the land and the female. Okay, and always, and even when we speak about colonized land, always we speak in terms of this gender terminology. Okay, like, and even when we, for example, speak about Palestine. Okay, what do we say about Palestine? الأرض الوات يعني in Arabic.
الأرض المحتلة.
مغتصبة أو المحتلة.
مغتصبة, good. Yeah, you see the metaphor that is used, or okay?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
like it's a feminine land.
Yeah, as if there's a woman. Okay, so and that's why it's always like, and when they use this kind of metaphor, it's just to evoke the Arab men. Okay, the masculinity of the Arabic man, like this is like your land and it is taken, and so you should go and fight for it, and so on. Do you understand the idea or not?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Okay, so and even when we come to the play, okay, we have Ben. You remember when Ben was asking Willie to come with him, and Willie was excited to go. Linda was anxious about that, and you remember she said, "Why should every man conquer the world?" Okay, and the word conquer, and the same images that are used to describe the project of colonialism are used with like rape. So conquer is used when someone opens a new land. Okay, and also when a man, for example, rapes a woman. Okay, so and the word conquer is used in both of them. Do you understand the idea or not?
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Yeah,
دائما
conquer
الرجل عنده ميول يكون يعني.
Yes, conquer or invade or and all these terms are used in order to describe both actions, and the action of invading a new land and the action of like raping a woman. So you see how close these ideas are, don't you?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so when we come to the play, we see that we see that Ben, for example, who's like this this ideal for Willie Loman. Okay, Ben was saying he went to Alaska and he opened Alaska. Okay, so and always we have this opposition, this binary opposition between a land or a woman before it is colonized or raped, and after that. Okay, so we have this opposition between pure and impure, between purity. Okay, the kind this feature of the land before it is conquered. Okay, but after it is conquered, after it is colonized, it is not pure anymore. Do you understand that or not? Just like a woman with virginity, okay, a virgin, and before she's raped, and after that she's not a virgin anymore. Okay, do you understand this correlation or not?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. So as if Alaska is kind of pure land, it's kind of virgin land, it's kind of natural, okay, but it has been violated, it has been corrupted by man, okay, and it is the same word that is used by Happy, if you remember, when he speaks about the girls with whom he makes a relationship in order to destroy their husbands. You remember he said that he revenges from the men who are promoted to be managers. Okay, how does he revenge from them?
By raping or colonizing their ladies.
Yeah, by making a relationship with their girls. Okay, so you remember the word that he was using, I corrupted their girls, he says. Okay, so as if they were pure, and after or before, and they made a relationship with him, and after that they are corrupted, just like the land, of course. It was pure, it was natural, it was clean, and after that it is corrupted or it is violated. So do you see the relationship now, or the connection between these two things, or not?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, and also you see that colonialism is very much related to the theme of masculinity. Okay, and when we come to femininity and masculinity, I think, and the major focus of the play is masculinity, and it's not femininity. Okay, and although we have some female characters, but they're marginal, and the play is not about the nature of femininity, but as it is about the nature of masculinity. Okay, and so we see Ben, for example, and Ben, like this symbol of a man, okay, a man, a conqueror, a colonizer who goes to a land, to a new land, to an open land, and he opens it up, okay, and he gets back or gets out rich out of it. And you see, Willy Loman was considering himself also as a colonizer, and when he said that he opened New England for them, for the company of Wagner. Okay, so as if as if what Willy Loman was doing is not only selling goods but also opening new cities for the company. And before Willy Loman, they were not used to have work in New England, but after Willy Loman came, they started to sell things to New England. So Willy Loman, although his work is salesman, his he conceptualizes himself as a colonizer, and although his work is not is a colonizer per se. So you see that Ben is in the family is this ideal colonizer, and also Willy Loman considers himself to be like that. And Willy Loman was encouraging his sons, Biff and Happy, to be like their uncle. Okay, so and he was asking Ben to explain his experience for them. Okay, and how did you do it? And just tell the kids of how you did it. Okay, and Willy Loman was also boasting about the masculinity of his own boys. He was saying that they are fearless, and to be fearless is to be masculine. You remember that? And Charlie said to him that the prison or the jail is full of fearless people. And it's not a good thing, and it's not a manly thing to be fearless. Okay, but Ben was saying the stock market was also full of fearless people. So Ben was saying that to be fearless is something good. Okay, while Charlie was saying to be fearless is something bad. And also he was boasting about the fact that his sons are well built and they have good bodies, bulky bodies. And also his sons can work with their hands, in contrast to Charlie and his son. Okay, and so he was boasting that, and as if there is a heritage of masculinity in the family, running through the family. And it's not only Ben and Willie and the boys who are masculine, but the main figure about whom we hear and whom we did not see was the father of Willy Loman. When they speak about their father, Ben and Willie, they always speak with and they are impressed, they are excited to speak about their father. He was a legendary person. He went to Alaska, he opened Alaska, he became rich in Alaska. Okay, and so he is also the symbol of conqueror, the symbol of a man, the symbol of the perfect masculine. Okay, and you see that Willie and Ben do not mention their mother. They only mention her one time only. When Ben asks Willie at the beginning of the play, what happened to my mother? And Willie says that she died. This is the only time they speak about their mother. Okay, they're not very much impressed by their mother. They're rather impressed more by their father. Okay, they're more proud of their father than they are of their own mother. So I think that the theme of colonialism and the theme of gender are closely related to each other. This is one. And two, I think that the play is more about masculinity than it is about femininity. So what do you think about these points? Do you have any comments? Do you have any addition? Do you have any elaboration on these things?
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes.
I was wondering about Willie. Why? Sorry. Is it he consider himself as a colonizer, or we
Yeah.
say that he are really colonizer?
Sorry?
I mean, in his opinion, he is a colonizer. What about we? Can we say he is a real colonizer?
What do you think, Mariam?
It depends on my think.
Well, yes. Do you agree with him that, well, he looks to himself just like that? Or maybe he's not saying that explicitly, but implicitly he's thinking just like that. Subconsciously he's thinking just that way. Do you agree with him or not?
I didn't agree. Because
you don't agree?
He didn't do anything. He just
yes. Okay. So you think that him being a colonizer, opening new cities and so on, you think this is an illusion? This is one of the illusions of Willie Norman. Do
yes,
you?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you, Mariam. Well,
Yes.
others, what do you think about this?
Sir, that you mean the masculinity that is found in the play more than femininity?
Yes. Is it?
Yeah. Okay. And when we talk on this theme, we should to mention to these characters in the play.
No. Yeah. Do you agree with that? Do you agree, Sarah, with that or not?
With the colonizer, the father of Willie, and Willie with his sons.
Yes, this idea of colonization.
Yeah, for your explanation,
And the fact that
yes, that's right.
it is more about masculinity than about femininity.
Yeah, yes.
You agree with that?
Very clear, yeah. That's very clear. Yeah.
Okay, others, what do you think? Others, what's your opinion about that?
عفوا دكتور سؤال.
Yes, Zainab.
يعني Doctor, can we consider Linda is a submissive woman in the play?
Yes, of course she is.
Yes, as the Zamuna and the Othello.
Yes, that's a good comparison. I'm not sure of how exactly Linda is like Desdemona. Not exactly. Desdemona has some opinion about herself. She was kind of independent. Okay.
This condition about every woman. Yes.
Okay. Yes, Zainab. Anything else?
يا دكتور بين شخصيتين between characters.
Zainab Ashur, yes. What do you have to say?
Between characters مشكلتي هذا فهمت بين between Linda and Ben. When Linda
Yeah.
told Linda told Ben that you were not comfortable achieve a victory and you were combating her hard يعني.
Sorry.
يعني من ليندا قالت قالت البن يعني قالت انه انت ما ارتاحت الا ان حققت النصر تنافس وبقوه يعني على
Please.
Yes, Doctor.
Zainab, Sarah, again.
Yes. Do you think when Linda blocked her husband to go to Alaska, here it's be the colonizer more than her husband?
No, don't think about this that way. Not exactly.
But
I'm not saying that every husband is colonizer and a wife is colonized. No, but I think that colonizers and colonized could be seen as masculine and feminine. I'm not saying in the family relationship it's a relationship of colonization. Yeah,
good.
I'm saying that colonization is kind of gender relationship.
Yeah, good.
Dr.
Malak?
Yes. Can we say that the debt was colonized? Because in the end of the play, Linda was very happy. It's something irony that she says we are free because when the last payment is made, so they are out of debt, which they try to give them money the whole life. But after all, Willie is dead. But they were so happy.
No, I don't think they were so happy. She was saying, I cannot cry. Like, she's sad, but she cannot cry. Yeah, I don't think so. A feeling of happiness that she was expressing. Okay, anything else? Gentlemen?
I have a question.
Yeah, Maddie, yes?
Where is the relationship between the events of the play and the colonialism?
Well, there is some speech about it, and we saw Ben was speaking, going to Alaska or going to Africa. This is colonization. Not exactly the events of the play, but there is a discourse about colonization in the play. Anything else?
Excuse me, Doctor.
دكتور العفو.
Zainab, yes.
يعني دكتور من حاول وللومن من يزرع البذور وقالت له هيلين قالت له انه ماكو هنا شمس عناية حتى او كافية بس
Who is Helen, Zainab?
ليندا عفوا.
Linda, good. Okay.
قالت له ماكو هناك ظروف كافية للتنمو، يعني هنا تقصد عائلتها انها تحتاج الى عناية مثل البذور تحتاج الى الشمس.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Yes. This means?
Yes, I think, yes.
Yes. أستاذ إذا أجى هذا السؤال نكتب هاي الأمثلة؟
Well, it's up to you, Zainab.
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Yes,
Mariam.
yes, Doctor, thank you. Could you please remind us in the language of the play?
Sorry?
Could you please remind us about the language
What do you mean by remind us?
شوية ذكرنا باللغات
And how would I remind you? You can go back and read the text and to remember the language of the play.
دكتور يعني إذا جاب السؤال بالامتحان.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't think I can understand you, Mariam.
Sorry دكتور.
Okay, no worries.
إذا إجا سؤال بالامتحان. يعني
Yes.
language يعني شلون راح نكتب؟ يعني شلون راح نجاوب؟
Well, I'm not going to ask you to write from the text directly. This is not going to happen. Okay, so certainly you should remember the ideas. So you are going to write about the ideas, not the text. You are not asked to memorize the text.
Okay, doctor, thank you.
You are most welcome. Anybody else?
Ramadan?
Okay,
Yes.
Ahmed?
Ladies first, Fabian.
No, ladies have been talking all the lecture. Yeah.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
Yes, good.
In your opinion, how does the historical period of the play affect our understanding of the play? Does it contain universal truths, or is it to be relegated to the time period in which it was created? I mean, 1940s.
Okay. Well,
I understand.
Okay, if I understand your question, the play or every literary work, for that sake, should have two things. First of all, it should be kind of specific. And the other thing should be universal. Okay, specific in terms that it speaks about specific characters, specific periods, specific place and time, and so on situation, in order to be understandable, in order to be accessible. But at the same time, it needs to be universal, because if it were not universal, then it would not be valuable anymore. Like if this play was just about this period, then only people who lived at that period would be able to appreciate it. The fact that we are now more than 70 years after the first performance of the play, and people are still interested in it, and still there are some new performances in this play. Okay, this all means that this play has something universal about it. Okay, so in different places and different times, the play is still being studied. Like in America, not only in 1940s, but also 1950s, 60s, and 2000s, 2010, now in the second or third decades of the 21st century, the play is still relevant to the American society. So regarding time, it's quite universal in that way. And also regarding place, like now people are studying the play all over the world. Like we are in Iraq, for example, studying the play like thousands of miles away, a play that was written thousands of miles away from our homeland. And so it means that it's valuable. It has something universal about it. It's not just something specific. Okay, a play is not like a newspaper report, for example, about the economic depression of the 1930s. No, it's not about that. Now, I think nobody is interested, unless they were economists or researchers in economy, in reading a newspaper report from the 1930s or from 1929 about the financial crisis at that time. Nobody is interested, but all people are interested in reading plays about the depression. Okay, because plays have something universal, but the report is just something specific, has nothing universal about it. It just is read once and is not useful anymore. So this is the difference, I think. Anyone else?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Doctor.
Who is talking?
It's me, Malak.
Yes, Matt.
Talking through masculinity, we can clearly see that through Biff and Happy dialogues, and we can also see that when Willie and Happy, they often view women as a sexual object, to represent their masculinity. And also, in the play, we see Happy say that he slept with the fiance of his co-workers, just to make him feel that he is superior to them, and he is
Yeah.
capable to do what he wants to do.
Yes. Okay. So, what's the point you want to make, Malak?
They want to represent their masculinity through their doings.
Yes, good. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I said that before. They are using, and even you remember when Willie was like proud, like the girls are following Biff wherever he goes in the high school. Okay, so as if to be followed by girls. Okay, this is a sign of your masculinity. Okay, so something that Willie Loman is proud of. Okay, anything else?
Yes, Doctor.
Sian?
Hassan.
Hassan Rahim, yes, go on, Hassan.
Doctor, you speak about the play, speak about manhood or male than female in the play.
Yes.
Yes, I am correct with you. Because,
agree.
Yes, I agree with you. Because the play to speak about a man who about child and how Willie Loman tell his sons to become muzzles and well like it. And we see this does respectable on the women in the play when Willie Loman does respectable on Linda, and when Biff and Happy go in the restaurant and does respectable of the woman who say in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, we see in the play. We see the woman in the play is objects.
Yes.
Yes, we see another thing when his father die, they are leave his mother.
Yeah,
yes.
He's leaving home. Okay.
Yes, and something in the restaurant, they are leaving the girls. Yes, that is my point.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Hassan.
Oh, sorry, Hassan. Okay. Well, anything else? Anyone else?
My question, Doctor, is my question about Willie Loman.
Yes.
Doctor, who is to blame for what happened to Willie Loman in your perspective?
Well, in my own perspective,
yes,
it is Willie Loman himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Good. There is something we agree on. Okay. Anything else, Zainab?
Doctor, does Linda? Can we play Linda?
Well, I do blame Linda for myself. Okay, you are not required to agree with my opinions. Okay, this is literature, and with literature we have different opinions, just in life. Okay. With anybody, someone might like them, someone might hate them. Okay, so there is no one right answer or one correct answer about anything in literature. But so when I say, for example, Willie Loman is to blame, or Linda is to blame, or whoever is to blame, I'm not like asking you to adopt these opinions and give them to me in the exam. This is not going to impress me. Okay, I'm more impressed by opinions that disagree with me than with ones that agree with me. Okay, but always you need to support your argument, whatever your answer is, with the text. Okay, so anything else before we wrap up? And
Baradan?
yes, Mohammed?
Yes, regarding with masculinity and colonization, I think there is a point you don't mention it.
Yes.
I think the men in their nature love colonization on everything, not as the woman.
You
Just
might like to say love possession. They like to possess.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course. Men like to possess everything.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mohammed.
But doctor, I can't blame Linda because no one take her order. Even Willie, he don't listen to her.
Yes, but
even
she has influenced his opinions and his behavior. Okay. Thank you, Malik. Anyone else?
Yes, Doctor. The major
Who is-
themes in the play, please.
Okay, Sarah.
Uh.
Yes, quickly, Sarah.
The major themes in the play, please, and we can, or it is the most important in this play.
Well,
We
no,
should to focus on
the
it.
things that we talked about are all important. Okay, I'm not going to say this theme is important. You have to study it. That theme is not important. You shouldn't study it.
Yeah, but there is
This is not my way. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so